Yo guys, what's up? It's Inflexxius. Today we're playing Jackson to Maokai top. I tried Conqueror this game. It felt fine, but not better than Lethal Tempo. So, Maokai's really weak early levels, so we're just gonna take lane prio off of him. Go for an E-trade here. Usually you can't go for an E-trade like this, because Maokai will queue you off, but this Maokai started W because of some invade shenanigans that happened earlier in the game. So we can use that to get a lead, basically. Take trades that we otherwise wouldn't be able to. We jump on him here, use the level 2 advantage. I shouldn't have auto-attacked him here, I should have just walked with him and secured the stun first. But now we've pushed the wave a bit too hard here, so now we need to crash it, and go for the 2-wave crash, instead of the 3-wave like we would usually like to. And here Maokai starts pulling the wave, actually. And he can because he's Maokai, he has a bunch of sustain, right? So we're just going to... Usually what I like to do when I get a 2-wave crash is go into their jungle and ward, but I can't really go that deep, because I would lose minions, right? Because it wasn't a clean crash. So what I instead do is sit in the bush for a bit and go out of vision, maybe make Maokai ping that Jax is missing, and that makes Tristana play a little bit safer. And then I ward there, because Elise is... Their jungler is Elise, and she's a very good early game ganker, and Maokai has really good gank assist, like really, really good gank assist. So that's... The enemy jungler is something you really need to consider when you're playing versus Maokai. So now that Maokai has his Q, we can't really jump on him anymore, right? Like, we can't just jump on him anymore, because he'll just Q us away. So what we want to do is get him to use Q first, and then we can jump on him with E. So I'll walk up to him and W him here. He Qs, so now we can jump on him with E, get the quick trade, and then back out. We don't want to extend the trade too much, because that's a lot of minions. There we go, trade another W for Q. We can't jump on him this time, because we don't have our E up, and again, that's a lot of minions. And we go for a trade here. We could flash on him here and try to auto-attack him the last time for the kill. But I'm scared that Maokai just W's me and kills me. Under the tower, right? So now we have a really good spot in lane, right? We might be able to freeze the wave here and force an all-in on the Maokai, because that's the only real way that you kill Maokai, is if you manage to force an all-in on him. Here he uses his Q, and there he outplays the E, right? He can W it just as you release the E to be untargetable and dodge the E damage and stun completely. So that's something you need to watch out for as well. So now we're auto-attacking the wave very aggressively here to try to thin it, and Maokai Qs us, so we can just jump on him immediately. Our E was coming up any second. We hold our E to mix up the timing so he doesn't W it, and then we can just jump on him and finish him off here again. Really good stuff. Now we can recall here. And just run back to lane. So now, maybe we can try to set up another freeze on him, right? Thin the wave here again, without taking too much damage. He uses his Q, so we go for a trade. But this is another thing Maokai can do, right? Is he can pull you into the bush and then just kind of sapling trade on you like that, right? We know he didn't have any abilities, so we can just Q onto him there really quickly. Q auto W him there. And we shouldn't have gotten hit by that Q. That Q chunked us too much. His Qs do a lot of damage, by the way, as you guys can see, right? So there's something you need to consider as well. Now at this point I'm too low on health to contest him, so I decide to just completely sack the wave prio basically, and just go for honey fruit. And then I wanted to shove the wave, but then it turns out Maokai didn't actually recall. So we bonk him there with the W. We don't want him to freeze, right? He really wants to freeze because him playing near his tower is really good for him and really bad for us. We managed to get the wave in, good stuff. And now he hits us with a Q there. He's a bit close to his tower, so it's kind of awkward, but we go on him here anyway. And unfortunately, I messed up here. He dodges the stun, and he knocks me into tower. And I try to flash away, but he just flashes after me and kills me. And that's something you need to watch out for when you're playing versus Maokai, is that if you trade too close to his tower, that just kind of happens, right? He just kind of holds you down while the tower shoots you. Kind of like what he does with the jungler, right? So now it's fine, we'll just let the wave push back here. But now that we've used our flash, now we even need to be extra careful against the enemy jungler, because flashless top laner, right? And here, Maokai's being really weird, right? He's acting really strangely. He's going in and tanking this whole wave, just like walking side to side. He would let us jump on him there when the full wave is walking up on him, right? Like, that means the enemy jungler's probably here, right? A few seconds later, here comes the freaking Elise, right? Now I try to get out here, right? But I just get full comboed and they just get me. I knew Maokai has really good gank assist, right? But I did not respect how much, right? And that right there is a testament to how good his gank assist is, right? I was on the other side of the lane, at least missed her cocoon, and they still get me. And here they come again. So we run into the alcove here, we're trying to stall for our Viego. Elise is going one way, Maokai's going the other. We wait for Maokai to make a bit of distance from the Elise, and then we jump onto the Elise. Now we start running away here, into the bush. We counter-strike, Elise repels, we wait for her to land, and then we leap away immediately. She flashes away, Viego flashes after her. Maybe we can get the Maokai here. We have the Katarina, but no such luck. And Blitzcrank is up here for some reason. He flashes onto the Viego here. I start comboing the Blitzcrank here with the Katarina, trying to get her some resets. We managed to get her. We managed to get the Blitzcrank, but I get Varus ulted and just dropped. We have our Divine Thunder now, at least. But, yeah. It's fine, it's fine. We can just go mid lane here. We'll catch this wave because Katarina's already top, right? And this wave is crashing. A lot of it will be dead by the time Katarina gets here, right? So we'll just collect it here. And then we can look for a play top lane on this Varus, right? And this Varus just does not respect that we can look for a play on him and just overextends really hard. We don't need to use our Q here. We can just counter-strike, land the stun. Viego lands his stun, and we just finish him off. Get the nice shutdown. Now we can shove the wave here. Take some plates. Now plates are about to fall off here, so we can actually just finish off the tower here by ourselves. So now I'd like to shove the next wave here, but Maokai shows up. I want to recall here, but if I do that, Maokai is going to shove this wave and deny me a full cannon wave here, and I really don't want that, right? So I'm trying to contest Maokai off of this wave here, maybe deny him this cannon if I can. I'm trying to leverage my Divine Thunder to win these trades, but it's really hard. It's not really working out because I'm floating so much gold. It doesn't matter how much gold you have. If you don't have it spent, then it's not giving you power. So I'm just having a really hard time contesting this Maokai right now with 2k gold in the bank. But Zara's looking to gank here, so maybe we can get something done here. We land the stun, she lands the root, we get the knock-up as well. And we managed to get him. Really good stuff. So now I decide to shove this wave here as well. Just for a bit of an extra back, a bit of a stronger back. And then we get our Merc Treads and start working towards our Wit's End. Now, we have to defend mid lane here because we lost some teammates. And they're trying to push mid here. Blitzcrank makes a play on the Zyra there though. We flash after the Tristana, finish her off. We switch to the Elise because she's a higher priority target. She does more damage. But Viego lands his damage on the Blitzcrank. So we just burst on the Blitzcrank as much as we can right there to try to help focus him down. And he does end up going down, which is good. Elise flashes sideways there, but it gets gotten by the Katarina anyway. At this point, I decide to just use my E on the main wave because Maokai shouldn't walk back in, but he does. And so we just jump on his head and take him out as well. And then for some reason, Varus just does not respect the Maokai W and goes down as well. And we get Varus Flash, which is also really good, right? And that series of events secures us mid-tower. So we're in a pretty good spot off of that. We're looking to see maybe we can get Rift Herald here. Blitzcrank is channeling a Hex Flash over the wall. Maybe this could turn into a fight, but some premature ultimates just kind of scare them off a little bit. So I'm just going to recall here, sell my Corrupting Potion to be able to get my Wit's End for the Power Spike for this Rift End fight right now, right? Rift Herald fight right now. So we focus the Maokai here with our team. He's kind of... The enemy team is not really engaged in the fight. And now I jump onto them with the double stun with the Counter-Strike, right? Onto the Blitzcrank and the Elise. And we get the Varus here as well. Really good stuff. Now we can go get our reward, the Rift Herald. Now we go down to the dragon here. 2 of them are still dead, so we still have the numbers advantage, so we can just go down here. But they actually did a pretty good play here. They're just sitting in the bush waiting for us. And that was actually a pretty good play because they can just... They were anticipating the rotation and just kind of burst us from the bush. Katarina and Viego are going in 1v4 to see if maybe they can get something done. Double reset champion, let's see, let's see. Katarina managed to get 1 kill. Viego goes down pretty much immediately though. Katarina manages to get the Blitzcrank and the Elise though. Tristana comes back in after eating a honey fruit and takes the Katarina out, unfortunately. I go down to the dragon to see if maybe I can get there before they kill it, but no such luck. So we just go into bot lane from here. We can get this bot tower here. And shove the wave here. We can start split pushing as well. Now, Baron's up and my team's in the vicinity, so I feel comfortable pushing pretty aggressively. I jump onto the Elise, hold my counter-strike until Tristana's in auto-attack range. But I end up just getting run down anyway. And my team is unable to take Baron because our ADC is dead, right? We don't have the sustained DPS to be able to kill it, and they're just getting harassed off the Baron, so unfortunate. Now, I messed up there as well with the Elise. What I should have done was I shouldn't have jumped onto the Elise, I should have held my jump for when Tristana got into range, and just tried to kind of walk away. But look at this beautiful blast cone, right? Land exactly next to the Tristana, really nice stuff. We go for the Elise here, trying to see if we can get more. But I get Varus ulted, so I can't try to flash onto the Elise here for the kill, which is unfortunate. I take the blast cone over to go down to the far lane, the opposite lane of the objective that's up, the neutral objective that's up. And also, you know, zoning her from just getting to free back there. So I start taking Krugs here, but then a fight breaks out. We see Tristana's bot, so this is definitely a 5v4. So I go straight for the Varus here, he exhausts me. That's fine, he flashes the stun, and now I can walk away because Varus is zoned off from the fight, right? So I don't actually need to continue fighting him there, I can just walk away from him. Flash into the middle of them, land the double ultimate. We managed to get the Varus there. And Tristana ults me away, but we managed to get her as well. And you know what? 4 dead, free Baron. Really good stuff. So now we go bot lane here because we want to shove out the wave because dragon spawning, right? We don't have TP to split push on the opposite side, and even if we did, dragon spawning too soon anyway, right? So what we need to do is we need to go down and shove out bot lane because you want the waves on you want the waves of the lanes that are closest to the objective you're contesting to be pushed out if you can help it. Because what it does is it allows you to, if you win a team fight, push with those minion waves to take towers, and if the enemy team wins a team fight, they don't have a wave to push towers with, right? So it's always good to have the waves pushed out if you can help it. So now I go top lane here because no one else was managing it, and also to protect, to defend in case Tristana kept pushing. And it's also another way for us to work with on the split push, right? Or on the push here in general. So Maokai came to stop me, I went to the mid wave, and then I went straight back to the top wave here. I'm just kind of trying to keep as many waves pushing in as possible. I tried to take the inhibitor there, but Tristana forces me off. So I go for some jungle camps here, get the blue buff, get the Grump, get some more waves here. I want to take this wave as well, but Maokai is being pretty aggressive here, so I don't feel comfortable taking the wave, right? So I start running, but then there's a Tristana, and then there's a Blitzcrank as well. So I get knocked up, I get pulled by the Blitzcrank, Maokai roots me and Qs me, and now they have no CC. So now I can just jump on the Tristana here. They had no peel for her, so so that forced her stopwatch. And now Zyra is here to back me up. I can fight and we can just 1v2 the Maokai here while the Katarina just obliterates them on the other side of the fight over there. So now we can go get the inhibitor here. Because three of them are dead, right? We can just push really hard here. Maybe we can get some Nexus towers here as well. Elise flashes in. We managed to get the Nexus tower, and now we're going to finish Elise off Bunk. And now we're going to go down to the freaking other Nexus tower to see if we can grab that as well. We managed to chunk it out really hard. The super minion manages to finish it off. And now we can recall, get our next item, and then go over to Baron here. There's a lot of pressure going on Baron right now. Maybe we can do it if we win this fight here. So I beat on the Maokai a bit, but there's no way I ever kill him, right? But we do manage to get the Varus, so that's really good stuff. Get the Grump here, might as well. And they just FF. And yeah, that's that. Well, hope you guys enjoyed the video, and hope to see you in the next one.